You see what's happening in the world. War between Russia and this one. Americans are doing this. How will Africa defend itself? If we have got economic integration, it can help with the economy. But how about defense? How do we defend ourselves? The Americans are now saying they want to be superior in land forces, on land. They want to be superior in the Air Force. They want to be superior at sea, Navy. They want to be superior in space. And they have all been to the moon. The Americans have been to the moon, the Russians, the Chinese, the Indians have now gone. You fellows, you are here on Earth. Those fellows are on the moon, looking at you like insects. I don't like to be in that situation. That's why I say, you people, why don't you see how to unite? Because Uganda, even if you wanted to build a navy, how can you build it? We don't have access to the sea. The political organization in Africa is so irrational. Some of the countries have no access to the sea. For economic purposes, but also for defense purposes, you are stuck. How do I export my products? That's why we have got endless discussion with Kenya, then this one stopped, then another one comes, then the railway, the pipeline, the what, we discuss. But that ocean belongs to me. Because where is my ocean? I am entitled to that ocean. In the future, we are going to have wars. In the future, we're going to have wars. How can you say that you are in a block of flats, that the compound belongs to only the flats on the ground floor, that the compound belongs to the whole block. All the flats are entitled to the compound. Yeah. There's no way you can say. So may I just watch these people? You are really endangering yourself. How can you have a situation like this? Uganda is landlocked inside here. But where is my ocean? My ocean is the Indian Ocean. No, it belongs, really, me. I'm on the top floor of the block. And then you say the compound belongs only the ones on the ground floor. This is madness. So that's why I say, you people, you better unite economically for the sake of prosperity, if you want prosperity. Market. But if you want stability, and also strengthen the world, so that you can go and to the moon also, you go to the moon. The ones who have been to the moon are big ones, not small people. The Americans, the Chinese, the Russians, and the Indians now. Our friends, the British, are still here with us. On Earth, they have not gone. They can't go. It's too much. One country can't manage. The French are here with us. All these fellows, except those four, because size matters. So that's why we say, you people, why don't you look at East Africa so that you deal with the issue of strategic security? These are the 7 points in the manifesto.
Thank you.
Normally when I'm talking in the rallies, I don't have time to go into all of them. Yeah. But now that you have invited me, you are the ones who invited me. And you do, once you invite me, you do so at your own risk.
It's our pleasure, Your Excellency.
I can talk to you for ages until you sleep.
Back to President Museveni's remarks. Other than free jays, the Ugandan president said something else that is worth noting. Museveni said that, and I quote, "The Indian Ocean is mine." Now, geographically, this of course does not make sense, as Uganda is a landlocked nation that only has access to the Indian Ocean by land through Kenya, and maybe northern Tanzania. But the Ugandan president is saying, and I quote again, "That ocean belongs to me." He continues, "I'm entitled to that ocean." And then he deadpanned with a warning, and I quote, "In future, we may have wars." Predictably, the Kenyan Ministry of Foreign Affairs has responded in sisterly fashion. The ministry yet again turning into the interpreters of President Museveni's mind and thoughts, and declared that the Ugandan president was just being metaphorical. Well, Museveni's metaphors included his lamentation of Uganda's wish to build a navy. Quote, "How can we build a navy?" he asked. "We don't have access to the route, to the sea." He continued, "Uganda is landlocked inside here, but where is my ocean? My ocean is in the Indian Ocean. It really belongs to me." I'm still waiting for a metaphor here. Away from metaphors, Idi Amin Dada is one of Museveni's predecessors as president of Uganda. Back in 1976, President Idi Amin made open territorial claims over parts of Kenya. Citing colonial boundaries, Idi Amin declared that the Kenya-Uganda border lies only 30 kilometers west of Nairobi. He later clarified that the eastern Uganda border should lie in Naivasha town. The rest of the land west of Naivasha, he said, belonged to Uganda. In the good old days, duties of the Foreign Affairs Ministry did not include speaking for foreign head of state. And so the government of Kenya at the time, led by President Jomo Kenyatta, was livid. The straight-speaking President Kenyatta warning that he will not tolerate anyone playing with the sovereignty of Kenya. He said, and I quote, "I wish to warn those who may have desires on Kenya that even if they have guns and warships, we shall deal with them ruthlessly." Now, Kenyatta's language was often X-rated, but to pick a bearable part of his remarks, he warned Idi Amin's Uganda firmly by saying, quote, "Those who say their country extends from present borders, I advise them to go to hell and dream there. We shall have no one lay claim over our territory. We shall not give away an inch, not even a quarter of an inch." End of quote. The warning worked, and Idi Amin changed his mind and course. But 3 years later, Idi Amin chose another territory to claim, a small enclave by the Kagera River in northern Tanzania. That turned out to be his final mistake. Tanzanian President Julius Nyerere did not invoke metaphors. He dispatched his military, led by Brigadier Msuguri, with instructions to clear Idi Amin out of Kagera region. The Tanzanian army took it a step further by chasing Idi Amin out of Kampala in October 1979. And that to date remains one of the most compelling stories on the consequences of laying claim to another country's territory. So as we go to bed tonight with the assurance that Museveni is just being metaphorical, two things prevail. One is a whole landmass called Kenya actually lies between Uganda and the Indian Ocean. And secondly, the waters immediately after Kenya's shoreline, or call it beach, are within Kenya's territorial waters. And after that, there are international waters. And indeed, President Museveni's Indian Ocean may just be a metaphor as a fact. That is my kicker.